Yo, 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 welcome back, man. Mr. Mosley. If this is your first time here, please subscribe, like, and comment. Appreciate all the support. Yeah, man, February 12th, Wednesday, out here in California. It's super wet, wild. It's been raining. But shoot, I still got to get out there and get it. I'm going to go for a walk after I do this video. And yeah, I did my 100 push-ups already. Did that before I made this video. Um, I got my shake ready. I got my green shake ready when I hit the road tonight. So when I stop for a break, not a break, but like a load check, tire check, I'm gonna hit that probably like around the border or whatever. Hit it back to Arizona. Yeah, man. Shoot, just got up and cleaned up and all that stuff. Washed up, brushed my teeth and all that. Ready to go, man. It's wet, but I still gotta walk, man. It ain't pouring down. So I'm just throwing a jacket. I got the beanie on, and yeah, we gonna get it, man. So this video is gonna be about trucking pay, right? So let's talk about trucking pay, man. 2025. Let's talk about trucking pay. Here at this company, I'm a flatbed driver. I make over 100,000, right? But that comes with some, you know what I mean? It's not like as simple as that. I'm an overnight driver, so you get more pay at this company for doing the overnight runs, and I lose more time with the family. So um, I'm only home like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Saturday, Sunday, but I make the pay, right? So I make over 100,000 with the pay, bonuses, vacation, sick. I usually cash out my sick time. I ain't had to use my sick time in a few years, but it didn't start out like that. So when I started with this company, I was really local. Like I was really, really local, and I felt like I didn't make that much. The caveat there is that you're home every night, right? So that's what local pay. You're home every night. That's what everybody wants, right? You want to be home every night, like you want to be home in the comfort of your bed or with your family, see your kids or whatever. You just want to do that, right? Well, that comes with pay, right? So like the saying is when you OTR, you make the money, right? But when you're local, you you gonna lose some of that, but you get your time, right? So over here, like I said, I make over 100,000 because I'm doing the night run. So I do the night run. I'm out of Arizona. I come out to Cali. It's like a dedicated run. I pretty much do the same. I know what I'm doing every day, right? Every day, and then I go home on the weekend, right? So I come out here for like 280 bucks, drop off, pick up my load, going back, and that's like 330, right? That's like 330. But I can make way more extra pay if it's kind of hot. So I'm in drywall. When that season comes where it's kind of hot and it gets hot, I'm able to do extra loads. If the company needs help, so I do one or two of those when I come back, and that just boosts my pay up. It's real simple too. It's easy strap. You know what I mean? Drop off takes about maybe an hour or two. Come back, pick up my load, and I'm out. So that's the pay I make over here, uh, drywall local. Like I said, I'm making the pay because I'm overnight. And okay, okay, so the plant is based out of Phoenix, right? Phoenix, Arizona. If I lived in Phoenix, Arizona, every other night I'd be at home. Like, you know what I mean? No, every other morning I'd be at home. I'd be at home. You know what I mean? I live in Tucson, so that's why I'm home every weekend. Is because I live in Tucson. But if I lived in Phoenix, it'd be more gravier. You know what I mean? Making over 100,000, home on the weekend and home every other day. That would be nice, right? So, but the average, right? So it's like, what do you want to do, right? So pay for truck drivers, right? So like this for the youngest, right? Like you're gonna have to go OTR your first 6 months to a year. You're gonna have to hit the OTR. You're just gonna have to. They're gonna look at your driving record and say you ain't. That's your initiation. That's you putting in time. You know what I mean? You gotta hit OTR. It's very rare that you could come out of CDL school and get a local job. You know what I mean? Now You could get the Coca-Colas and Pepsis, but you don't need a CDL for that. You know what I mean? You could get a Class B for those type of jobs. You know what I mean? And those jobs, you're working. Like over here, I'm lucky enough. I've been putting in work for like 20 plus years. So, and I've been a flatbed the whole time. So I usually would have to tarp, right? With this route, it's a roll top. So all I got to do is strap. You know what I mean? And hey, man, I think I'm do that, right? I think I'll do that. I've been putting in work. You know what I mean? That's why I kind of walk and hit the gym and eat light, because good thing about flatbedding, if you want a flatbed, is you gonna be moving. You gonna be moving and grooving. You know what I mean? You gonna be staying fit if you eating right. You know what I mean? Just because you're doing flatbed, it's some big boy flatbedders out there. You know what I mean? But if you eating right, you could be fit out here, just moving, tarping, untarping, strapping, moving around. You could do that, right? So I got the roll top, so it's much easier for me, and I'm still making that type of pay. You know what I mean? So it's all up. It's all what you want to do. So we got flatbed. These are the three pay wise that you're gonna make money if you want to make money, right? So it's flatbed, right? It's tanker, right? But you gotta go get them extra endorsements. You gotta pass that background. You know what I mean? You gotta pass that background. And then the last one is like food service, right? So it's they packing all the food in the truck, and you got to deliver it. Now that's a lot of work. Now I think that could be the top pay. It's out of that, and tanker and flatbed is last. Like for the top paying jobs, you could get a drive-in or reefer run, but it's not gonna pay. It's just not gonna pay. Like if you cool with that, you cool with that. But we're about getting money, right? We're about getting to the money, right? And doing other things and putting that in other things. You know what I mean? So you got the tanker, like I said, you got to do the extra stuff. And then the food, I was looking into that. I was looking into those two things when I first got here, because I felt I didn't make that much, right? Like I was home every day, every night, but I just wasn't making the money. Like as a man, like, you know what I mean? In this economy, like you want to make the money, right? Me personally, I want to make sure that my debt, like like, like the cars, if I have debt, I don't have too much that I'm in debt with, that I can make the money. You know what I mean? So you got to make sure that's down too. You know what I mean? So like, even if you are making what, $4,000 a month, like if you don't got a car payment, if you don't got your rent not that high, you know what I mean? Bills is bills. You know what I mean? You're not in debt with credit card debt, you could be all right. You know what I mean? You could kind of move it, but that's not the average American, right? So like I said, I'm trying to get out of that. I got a few things. We'll get to that in another video, but I didn't feel I was making that much, but I was home every night. So I looked into getting my tanker and hazmat, right? Tanker and hazmat. You got to do the extra endorsements. I passed that, went to go do the little test. Then I had to do my background. You got to pay for that. It's a little test you do with that. You got to pay for all that. I did all that. And then I got this route. And all that was like, damn, I just did all that. And yeah, I don't know. It might have been a blessing, right? Because I was able to stay where I was at, keep my years, keep all my service and all that stuff. And I was looking to the food service delivery, like, you know what I mean? I forgot those companies, but like you just unload the trucks, right? Now those are difficult. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need to do any kind of extra walking or nothing. You got to be eating right, but you ain't got to do anything, because you're going to need your rest, because those will kill you. Like, you got to be young. You got to be somewhat like able to do it, bro, because you're going to be hurt. It's going to take your body some time for you to get used to doing that back and forth, rolling it out the truck. And yeah, man, but it pays good. Your checks going to fluctuate, but you go have way more checks that's high than the average. You're going to make over 100,000 easily, or even more than that. So we got that. if you want to do that. But you got to have some damn, I got some on my beard. You got to have some type of experience, because that job, they want to see like what kind of experience you got with lifting or moving, and if you got flatbed experience, you're gonna be able to get qualified to get the job. Not saying you're gonna get the job, because those are definitely hard to get into. Like, those are definitely hard to get into, because they want to check that. And then, you got to make sure your resume is good, how you talking and all that stuff. I done had interviews about that. I didn't get the job. Like I said, that might have been a blessing. You know what I mean? Maybe that's like, I'm a tourist, so like I'm gonna get the job done regardless. I'll be out there with my back toe up, still trying to do it, because I'll never quit. You know what I mean? But those are definitely tough. But you're gonna make a lot of money with those jobs. You know what I mean? The food service, I forgot, it's a term they call it, hazmat and tanker, and then flatbed, and it's all what you want to do. Like I said, you're gonna need your experience though before you start getting into these loads. Now let's get into that OTR pay, right? Let's get into that OTR pay, man. So when you get into OTR, you're gonna make some money. Like, I don't want people to say like you ain't gonna be making that money when you first come in. You gonna make money is money. Wherever you came from and you come into CDL, it's a reason you come in to go get your CDL, because wherever you working, it's not paying good. You know what I mean? Like I said, you go double your pay or triple your pay from what you was working. You're just going to be away, right? So if you're single, right, by yourself, no kids, really nothing serious of your significant other, and you cool with like being out, you're gonna make it, right? You're gonna make it. This is for my youngest. You're gonna make it. If you already got a family, if you got kids, if you got a wife, if you got a serious girlfriend, it's gonna be very difficult for you to hit that road. You know what I mean? Don't have problems. Don't be in debt and all that. It's gonna be a lot, man. It's gonna be a lot. You're gonna be wondering what your significant other is doing at the house. It's gonna be a lot, man. You can get it done though, man. I believe in you. You can get it done if you focus and know the goal. The goal is to get out that debt, save some money, make a better life for you and your family. You know what I mean? So the OTR, you're going to be making, like when I had started it, bro, we was like at 30 something cent. Then as years come, as the economy, you know what I mean, inflation and all that, you start getting, the pay is different. You start making like last time I was OTR, I was making like 50 something. It's probably like at 60 something, right? So it's all about miles when you're doing OTR. It's all miles. It's a miles game. So if you could get the most miles and you like to run, you got to be a runner, right? Like, you ain't got to be anything. Like, but if you want to make more money and make the most, you gonna have to run, man. You gonna have to freaking stay out them truck stops. You gonna have to sleep at the shipper. You know what I mean? You can't be, if you're trying to make the money, you can't be the guy that's like, you know what I mean? I need a shower every night. I need to wake up to a bathroom so I can brush my teeth. Like, we already know, the real runners know. You know what I mean? If you want to make that money, you gonna have to wake up, brush your teeth on the side. You know what I mean? Sometimes you might not be able to brush your teeth until you get done with unloading. You hit the bathroom, you know what I mean? You might have to get a little toothpaste in there, eat some gum, chew some gum or whatever. Get a mirror and get that shit out your eye or whatever. You're gonna be straight. So those are the type of guys that's gonna really make the money. You know what I mean? And you gotta have OTR. You gotta have a good dispatcher, man. You gotta be good with your dispatcher, man. You might have to do some things, scratch her or his back, and you know what I mean, back and forth, just to make sure your money is straight. You know what I mean? You don't want to have a dispatcher where you not on time, you not trying to run. These dispatchers want you to run. These companies want you to run. No matter what they say about safety and all that, they want you to run. So if you're going to be a runner, you're going to be making money out here. And for my youngins, man, you should when you come out here, OTR, like I said, you should be fresh out 21, right? 20 between 21, 25, you know what I mean? Maybe it took you 4 years to like, damn, what do I do? Blah, 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 right? You should only come out here, right? Like if before you step on that truck and you know you pass your CDL, you about to go to a company, you need to if you had a car, get rid of it. If we gotta go repo, trick it. Get rid of that car. Turn it back in. We'll figure that out credit wise later. You should only be on that truck with a cell phone bill. If you got credit card debt, we go fix that. We go stack that money week by week. You know what I'm saying? And you go fix that, right? You're going to be making anything gross. You're going to be making this just to start out. You could probably go get higher as they see you months to years. They kind of have this little scale, you know what I mean? To where you put in time with them, 3 months, 6 months, a year, you'll scale, keep going up, right? And get the right company for that, right? Some companies pay is kind of dumb to me. Just find a company that does straight miles, right? Empty, loaded, straight miles, that's your pay. If you flatbed, you getting TARP pay and all that stuff, right? Don't go with these companies that has a scale base of like, if you do this many miles, this is how much you get paid. If you only do this many miles, no, just go straight. You just do your research. But you should be making anything between 19, no, ooh, tripping, a week, just a week. 900 gross to about 1,300 gross. 900 gross to 1,300 gross. You got taxes, you got your medical and all that stuff. But like I said, you only should have a cell phone bill, right? That's the only thing you should have. And if you got credit card debt, student loans, whatever, like we go stack that money and get rid of that 1 to 2 years. You go get rid of that, man. You go to Walmart, you go freaking, they got refrigerators, they got everything you need on the truck. They got everything you need on the truck. You want to bring your Xbox, your PlayStation, your little TV. They go have you go get you a microwave. They gonna have a fridge damn near on the truck. They gonna have a nice bed for you. They gonna have everything you need on the truck. Just like if you was at home, it's just way more smaller, right? But that's gonna get your mind right. That's gonna get your focus right. That's gonna get you back like, okay, I'm back ahead now. Like I was struggling where I was at. I was living with somebody, or I was paying rent, living check by check, and this CDL, this trucking, got me ahead. You know what I mean? I say give you 5 years doing that, right? You done got yourself out of debt. You done stack some money, right? And now you want to go local. You feel you could go local. Maybe you'd have found somebody on the road, you know what I mean? Maybe you slipped up and got somebody pregnant and you feel like you got to do right and got to go home. You could go home. You out of debt, you know what I mean? Your mind right. Maybe you didn't figure out how to start a small business or something, you know what I mean, to make you money on the side that you could do. But you did all this in 5 years. You done made yourself, and you still in your 20s. You either 20s or early 30s. You still got the rest of your life ahead of you, man. Like this could be done with a CDL, man. And that's the pay right there. Depending on what you want to do, man. If you want to make top pay, OTR is number one, right? Because you're going to save the most. You're going to save the most, right? You're going to be on the truck. We shouldn't have no apartment. We shouldn't have no mortgage, no cars. We should be out of debt. You know what I mean? Like when you do go back home, get you an Airbnb. Go stay with somebody, a family member. Give them a couple of dollars. Rent you a car. Get on Turo. Rent you a car for the weekend or whatever, or the week or whatever. Have fun. Come back. Let's go. Let's get back on this truck when we get done, and let's stack this money back. You shouldn't have all that. You know what I mean? So OTR, boom. Come home at the anything between 2 to 5 years. Food service, if you feeling that, if you fit, if you ready to go, food service, bam. Um, hazmat, tanker, boom, local job, over 100,000. Food service, over 100,000. Tanker, over 100,000. Flatbed, you can't find a job that can make you between like that 80 to 100 plus. You know what I mean? Or you just be like, man, I just want that regular back up to the dock job. You gonna be making anything between that 70. You could make 70. I would say 60, 70 with those. It's all up to you, man. It's all up to you. But yeah, man, that was it for this video. I'm about to go walk. You know what I mean? Pick up my load, head back to Arizona, man. Y'all have a good night. Stay safe out there. Like I said, man, subscribe to the channel, like, share, comment, engage with me. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Where y'all driving? What company? Well, don't you know, you gotta tell me what company you work for. Well, you know how that go, but just tell me what division you in, how long you been driving. You know, man, are you thinking about getting into trucking? You know what I mean? Or like what you doing, man? Like how's it going? But I'm out, man. Y'all be safe.